What's up, YouTube? I am Cortland, and this is Ultimate Millennial. So today I want to talk to you about harnessing the power of your subconscious mind. To an extent, this video is maybe more about manipulating your subconscious mind and avoiding triggering bad habits in your subconscious mind. So today is about questions. Anytime you hear a question, your subconscious mind immediately attempts to solve it as though it were a problem. So if I say 5 times 25, you're going to think about it for a second, or not if you already have it memorized, and you're going to come up 125. Boom. And then the subconscious mind moves on to the next thing. If I ask you, this is a classic example, if I ask you what does a blue elephant look like, immediately your mind's going to produce that image, because that's what the subconscious mind does. So we want to be a little more conscious and mindful and aware of the questions that we ask ourselves and the world around us, because those questions are going to have an impact on our life. So let's say you're walking through your house and it's dark and you stub your toe. And you say, my toe, why does this always happen to me? So instead of presenting your subconscious mind with a problem that it can solve, you have presented your subconscious mind with a premise. The premise being, this always happens to me. So another way to form the question that might be more helpful is to say, how can I avoid doing this in the future? So what happens in the first case is you tell your subconscious mind, this always happens to me, find a reason. And the subconscious mind will continue to set up circumstances where you walk through the house and you stub your toe in the dark. But if you ask yourself, how can I prevent this from happening in the future? Your subconscious mind will provide you with answers like, turn on the light, watch where you're going, maybe move that object that you've stumbled over. So when you ask yourself questions, and I like to have a phase of my day, usually in the evening, before I go to sleep, I like to have a phase of my day that I deliberately ask myself questions, whether I'm reframing previous questions from the day that were not helpful, or creating new questions that will aid me in accomplishing my goals. So when you ask these questions, you want them to be how questions, or where questions, or what questions. You don't want to ask why, because, well, I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you're a philosopher and you want to say, make it your goal to understand why we exist. I personally think that that's a fun goal to have, although I wonder if it's possible to ever achieve. In any event, if you ask yourself why questions, why did this happen, it's not ultimately going to be fruitful in most cases. So you want to ask how questions. How can I make $100 this week? How can I make $500 this week? What can I do? There's a what question. What can I do to pay all of my bills and have a 50% excess? And your subconscious mind will work to answer these questions. Where can I go to meet the people that I need to meet and make the connections I need to make in order to take my career to the next step, to advance my agendas? I prefer to keep my questions a lot simpler, because the more complicated you make them, the more likely you are to interject some sort of premise that might not be helpful to you. So, there you go. ask the right questions, and your subconscious mind will provide more helpful answers. What questions, how questions, where questions. Good stuff. On a side note, a friend of mine and I were talking the other day about these videos and the progress and the procession that they come in, or that the benefits of them come to fruition. I've noticed that generally in life it seems like if you want to stand out, if you want to be different, if you want to achieve something greater than average, you must be consistent. And the results aren't always immediate. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes you look back and you say, wow, this thing I've been doing for all of this time has been helping me so much, and I didn't even realize. Look how far I've come. But along the way, you don't realize how much it's actually helping you. So I would like to encourage you that whatever you're doing that's positive for you in your life, please keep doing it, even if you're not seeing results right away. Like, if you stop, there's gonna be no results, so keep it up, keep up the good work. Hey, did you know that if you hit that little thumb up thing over there, then it turns blue? That's crazy. And I want to give kudos to another YouTuber, because he said that first and I thought it was hilarious. I can't remember his name, but I'll put it in the description. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.